Okay, hi. It is between day 7 and 10 for you in your Scentsy business. And today we're going to be talking about a few things that you could be doing during this time to kind of keep you on track of your business. So at this point, you're probably thinking about what the hostess rewards are and how to utilize them the best way and how to retrieve them for your hostess. Or likely, since it's the beginning of your business, it is your first party, which you are actually the hostess of the party and the consultant. We want you to host your own party in the very beginning because it is your opportunity to introduce all of your friends and family to your business, and also to utilize those hostess rewards to help purchase products at a lower cost or free in order to help build your business, or so you can start utilizing those products and learn more about the products. Because like I've said in previous videos, it's important to know your products so you can help give firsthand testimony to your clients. So let's go ahead and I'm going to share my screen so we can view the rewards together. I'm going to get to that in a minute. Okay, so here is your hostess structure in the US. Now, if you're in a different country, it's going to be a little bit different, and you can find the actual structure in the back of your catalog. This is a PDF version of our US catalog, so it's on page 66. Okay, and while we're at it, here is the Scentsy home office phone number, just in case you guys need to contact them. Okay, so a minimum qualified party is $200. What this provides is your hostess rewards kick in, and also if the items are sent directly to one location, which hopefully with your launch party, it's going to be, everything's going to be sent to you. So any orders that you place for someone else in your area, excuse me, I'm just yawning, those products will be sent to you, and you will package them up and label them and then deliver them, which will give that free shipping so you don't have to charge your clients. So $200 the minimum to $349.99. That is going to start out at the basic hostess rewards of 1 half off item and then 10% of the order. So obviously if the party is $200, let's just say a small amount, at 10%, they're going to get $20 in free credit. Now, you're in your first 15 days likely, and well, you are, and your goal is to hit this 500 mark. This is another reason why we want you to hit your 500 is because we want you to maximize the hostess rewards, which bumps you up to 15%, and then you get the 3 half off items. So obviously, getting 15% and then off of 500, you're going to be getting $75 in free credit. That's a good amount of product, as well as the 3 half off items. Now, if your order is $1,000 or more, it actually, you can see it bumps you up to the maximum 4 half off items. Okay, excuse me, I can't stop yawning for some reason. All right, so if your party is $1,000, I would suggest for you to split the 2 parties up into 2 different parties, and then guess what would happen? You would still get the 15%, but you would get 3 half off items per party, which would bump you up to 6 half off items instead of just getting the 4. So that's my suggestion for your launch party. And you could also do that with other people's parties if you want to help them get more half off items. Or if you would like to get 3 half off items for your business and purchase for your personal, and still give them the 4 half-off items that they are owed since their order was over $1,000. So just remember that when you're splitting those parties up, because you still need to give them, if they hit $1,000, your hostess, if it's not you, you do need to still give them at least 4 half-off items, because that's what they're owed. So product over $100 requires 2 half-price items to save 50%. So this is an example of our diffusers. So if the hostess or yourself would like to do half off on a diffuser, you would have to use 2 of your half off items, which means they would have to have, or you would have to have a minimum of a $350 order, which would give you the 2 half off items. This does not count with your perpetual reward, which we will talk to you what that is. Okay, so this is a cute idea, a visual for your hostesses to see what type of product they can get with a $500 party, and this is what you could get. So this is with 50% off, and then free credits right here, all the with a $500 party. So that's a visual of $75 in free credit and 3 half off items. All right, let's go ahead and give you an idea of what it looks like to place those orders. So I'm going to go ahead and pop into my orders tab. We've already shown you how to set up a party order. So now you're going to go into your pending orders, which would show all of these. Now I put this in here just for an example. See how this says there's different Scentsy orders and individuals. So anytime you have extra orders that you go into and you don't utilize them, you just want to click delete. You might have started an order and then decided not to use that order. If you ever have more than one Scentsy Family Store order open, that means that you haven't closed it yet. So what I suggest, I did this as an example, is to just edit your cart and add to it, and just keep adding until you're ready to close the order. Otherwise, you are going to see how this still says 21 orders. So this has everything, or $21 items, excuse me, 21 items of the quantity. So it still has everything that I've placed in my cart, and it just keeps adding until I actually check out. So that's what I do throughout the month. I just add until I'm ready to place the order. Okay, I'm going back to my orders tab, which is right here. I'm going to pending, and then I'm going to go into my August online orders, or whatever order you're working with for your launch party. So continue. Okay. I went ahead and put 2 diffusers and some in here so you can see what a qualified party would look like. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and add, because we're going to just assume that you're going to hit your shooting star. So I'm just going to go to add some more. You could see how once it hits 200, these accumulate, the half price item and the perpetual reward. So I'm going to go ahead and click that, and I'm going to click 2 just to hit us at the $500 mark. Oh, we're almost there. So let's do this. Let's add a MLB, San Francisco warmer, and that should put us at the 500. So that's at 518. Okay, let's just pretend like we have our order in. I'm going to also just make sure that I add one other person on here. Let's just go. I'm going to test unknown. Okay. All right, so that's my test person, okay? First of all, I want to make sure that you notice this give perpetual party reward to. Now that's where this perpetual reward right here comes from. This is a tool that we receive once we have a qualified party that is actually given for the hostess when you book a party off their party. So say your cousin Susan has a party for you and her friend Erica books a party. This half off item would go to Erica. So we'll just use her as test. I'm just going to give her a 6-pack. Let's say this is Erica, or Susan is the one that originally booked the party. Okay, she wants a clean breeze. She wants it by the sea. And then she wants, just for time purposes, she wants the rest perfectly pomegranate. Okay, so now you're going to see that because we went to the drop down over here and see how this disappears, it's because it's been filled, it's been utilized. So your test person, which is your original hostess, we'll say that was Susan, receives this half off item for her friend booking a party and actually closing a party. So you tell your hostess, if we get any parties booked, you will receive a half off item for every party that's booked at the close of their party. So this is basically a reward for your original hostess to help you keep your business going, which perpetual means keeping continuously going. So as you can see, it's $12.50, which gave the half off item. And the tax is on the original total. So the half of $12.50, the original 6 packs are $25. So you will see the sales tax is actually, well, this is in my state, but you'll see it's actually off of the $25, the full price, not the half off. So you'll have to make sure your hostess or whoever is receiving half off items understands that. All right, so you gave, let's just say, but now this is your launch party. So you're saying, Jess, okay, I don't have a hostess before. So who gets that perpetual reward? Now let's go ahead and delete this. Now this is going to pop back up. Give perpetual reward to. Now you'll notice that it has your people in your party and yourself, which is me. So that's going to give me, the hostess, which is you, whatever half off item that you'd like to do. So you can use it for a 6-pack of bars, 6-pack of scent circles for prizes. I always suggest for your half off items, or when your initial party that you're closing, your launch party, to stock up on items that you can give away for gifts. So what I do is I will do scent circles for prizes for, let's see. I don't know why this isn't working. So let's see. 6 scent circles. There we go. Okay, so 6-pack of scent circles. These are inexpensive ways of just introducing the product to people, but also thanking them for, you can do for games. These are prizes for games. If you want to give somebody a small gift for booking a prize at the party, but they get their booking prize when they actually book their party, so you're not really out of pocket too much. But I suggest to not give prizes at the party that they book their party on, because then they already have their prize and there's no reason for them to actually keep their party. So I always actually don't give anything more than a scent circle for booking parties, and then give an actual hostess gift from myself at their party, so they have something to look forward to. Again, for just time purposes, I'm just going to select all 6 scent circles of Clean Breeze, but you know that you can actually select all 6 of different fragrances if you choose. Okay, so now it gave me half off on the scent circles. And then your free credit is right here, and you're going to retrieve it under host credit. So with your host credit on your hostess rewards, you cannot receive, I'm going to go to our catalog and go to our, okay, so hostess credit could not be retrieved for any type of a cause. So this specific training is being done in August of 2016, which this catalog is for Autism Speaks. So depending on whatever catalog you're in, you cannot use hostess rewards on any cause product, whether it's half off or free credit. Now, also our combine and saves, whatever catalog you may be in, flip to that page and you'll see that there's a little asterisk right here that I'm circling. So this means if you look at the bottom of your catalog, which I encourage everyone to examine their catalog and read all these fine prints, because that's how you're going to know, cannot be purchased using half price or host reward, perpetual rewards. Now, these can be used for free credit. So if you are saying, if you would like to use, oops, I have an alarm going off. If you would like to use a Scentsy system, let's say 2 $40 warmers. We're going to do, again, I like to just use Clean Breeze as an example for time purposes. And we are going to purchase, let's see, which are we going to use? We will buy a, so really fast, let me go back to this so you guys can have a visual. See how these packages are broken down by prices? It just says 2 $30 warmers. It's because they do have names, but now they're all priced at specific prices, even though they're different sizes. We used to, if you have been a client before you joined, you'll notice that they were called different things like mid-size warmers, full-time size warmers, element warmers, which they're still considered those, but they're not priced that way. So I'm just trying to get to the warmer section so you can have a visual. Oh, MLB warmers are another product and campus collection that cannot be used for free credit or half off items. Okay, so here we go. We're getting close. Okay, so we did 2 $40 warmers, so we're trying to find, see how they're all different sizes and different prices. These are the catalog that we're currently in, actually displays by like style or look. So these are all like a certain style. So okay, so we are I had to cut that last one off because I had some issues, so I'm just gonna start right back in, going back to where we were. So where we were is we were on our catalog and we were finding our $40 warmer that we, let's see, $40 warmer that we need for, no, I'm doing a video right now. It's, let's see. I guess I closed out that area that I'm looking to do. So, there it is. Okay. So we're back on here. So let's not waste some time. Go straight to the warmer that I was looking at. There it is. Okay. So as you can see that the warmer that I chose was a $40 warmer, but notice that it's a warmer with an etched core with the wrap. So these are two different items. So that is going to be different than just a $40 warmer that is by itself, like this Mender, I don't even know how that's stated, but this is just one warmer. So with that being said, I want to show you how there's two different, I've timed out, unfortunately, of that. So we're going to go back into orders, edit to go back into it and continue. Okay, so we're back in the order that we were doing. So I wanted to use free credit for a perfect Scentsy package. So you can use free credit with warmers, packages with warmers. Those are the ones with the stars on it I showed you earlier that cannot be used for half off items, but they can, host credit can be used towards these packages. So we wanted a silhouette $40 warmer, so we have to make sure that we choose the silhouette one, not just the $40 warmer, or it won't let you go into it. So we're going to click the silhouette, click add. We're going to put which two silhouette warmers that we want. Etched core silhouette warmer. That's without wrap. So that's the one we want. And then say we wanted the Tavern Travertini one for the second actual warmer, which is the base. And then we want a Dragonfly, and we want a, let's see, Ranger. Add. Okay, so it says 2 required, 2 entered, 2 required, 2 entered, and 6 bars. So again, for time purposes, we're just going to say that this person wants 6 of the same scents and save multi-pack. Now, this is actually an $85 package, and so you could see, or not an $85, excuse me, I'm horrible with math. Where are we at? So let's see how much that package is. See, and as you could see, guys, you don't have to memorize all this stuff as long as you know where to find stuff. Like, I don't know all the package prices, and I've been doing this for 5 years because the products change all the time. So a perfect Scentsy with 2 $40 warmers is $95, okay? So with that, it's going to bring you, so then you're going to have an overage of $17.30. So all you're paying is $17.30 for a $95 package because you're using your host credit towards the 95. Oh, and just see, as you can see, it would have told me how much that package is right here, the $95, which I forgot. But anyways, it says overage amount $17.30. So it means that that's the only price that you are paying for that $95 package. Now, again, you will be paying tax on that full $95 package, not the $17.30. Okay. One more thing, you'll notice that it says a host reward fee. Fee is the price level, and then it's $5. You will be charged $5 if you do not retrieve your host half off items. So my suggestion to you is to utilize these as best as possible, especially with your launch party. Get half off on, again, car bars, half off on, things that you could use as gifts, and maybe some counter cleaners or skin products, something that would be nice hostess gifts that you can give, and you're spending less amount of money. Now, again, you have your perpetual reward is already taken, so now you have 3 half off items to use. Now, since you have 3, you can get half off on a diffuser because you would take 2 of them. So I'm going to put Evoke, and I'm going to put that in there as a half off item, which I should have pushed that first. So Evoke. And see, you have to select this or else it's going to charge you retail. So what that does is, see how it took automatically 2 half off items instead of just 1, because anything over $100 is used for 2 half off items. I just want to kind of, while we have a chance, since this keeps popping up down here, this is a chat section that you can use to chat with consultant support. So if you're not able to get on the phone, you can actually chat with them, which is so awesome. This is new to Scentsy in August, or actually end of July, of 2016. So this is something we never had before. So you're very lucky to have that now, because you can do so much right there on your computer without having to call in and be on the phone, which is awesome. Now you have 1 left, so you just have to make sure that you click half off and whatever you utilize that for. So let's go ahead and put in, I want half off on a counter cleaner, 3-pack, I'll say. And I want coconut lemongrass, more coconut cotton, and I want a Luna. Okay, so now you can see all of your rewards are retrieved. You have all of your products in. Now, it's time to pay. So as you can see, it tells you a list of what everybody owes. So for instance, if I wanted to take back that half off item for myself, and I wanted to again give it to, maybe one of my examples I always give everybody, and I gave a lot of my frontline these examples, so they may have heard it already, that you can send it to somebody that you want to use as a marketing tool to kind of get your product in their hands. So maybe half off on a Scentsy Buddy. Say you send it as a gift to a cousin that doesn't know what Scentsy is and they just had a baby. I'm going to do Jammy Time or Jungle Jam. Click. Okay. So then you see that it was put right here. Oh, I selected the Scentsy Buddy, Scrubby Buddy. So make sure you pay attention to that, because I put Stevie the Shark, but I was looking for the Stevie the Shark, the Scentsy Buddy, but I selected the Scrubby Buddy. So make sure you pay attention to that, because you don't want to send the wrong thing, right? So this is going to be sent to you. Now you can have it be a direct ship. This is the only half off item that can be sent somewhere else, okay, other than your house. So, but because the other half off items have to go to wherever the hostess is. So that's you in this situation. But if you want this to go to, say, your friend in, your cousin in Hawaii, which is where I did, is you would click direct ship or ship direct. And now that is going to have a little car or a little truck next to their name, and it means this item is going to be sent directly to that person, not to you. So this is a nice marketing tool that you can actually write off. here in the state of Nevada, I'm not sure what your state is, so you might want to ask your tax advisor, but if you spend $25 or less, you can gift the item as a marketing tool and write it off. So this would basically, you'd be, you know, this would qualify, you're a little couple cents over, but you can write off $25 of that gift. This is getting the product in their hands, it's getting them falling in love with it, and then it could be building a customer for you in the future. And I gained a Scentsy consultant over that because my cousin decided to join because she loved the product that I sent her for a gift when I first started, and I used my perpetual party reward for that. So those are some tools. These are also, again, tools to get people to book parties. This is your half off item this time. So say you don't, maybe you don't have the money to spend for half off items right now. You just started and you really don't have anything extra to give. So one of my suggestions is to get rid of those half off items, just so you don't have to pay $5. I always suggest to use the half off item for light bulbs. So you would just put watt. It's going to give a drop down for you. And if you just want to spend the $2, you would just put this one, but there's packages of 3. And you are going to end up spending $1 to get rid of that half off item instead of spending $5 and not getting any product. At least you're getting something out of it. So it's a lot less expensive thing to do than have to pay that $5 for just nothing. So when you have hostesses that, when you start to book parties and you have hostesses that don't want their half off items, I would also suggest that as well, to do that. Just stock up on light bulbs for yourself, or you can call your previous clients that have been loyal to you and offer those half off items to them as a thank you for being so loyal. Or if you have a party that you see down here, say you have some other orders and you see they've placed a large order, you can call that person up and say, thank you for placing such a large order. I'd like to offer you an additional half off item in addition to your order. And most people will take it. So it's just a way to get a couple different ways to get rid of those half off items if you don't want that host fee and you don't have the money to spend on anything additional, like these, like the counter cleaners or whatever. You know, even half off on a scent circle, you know, whatever. And that's like one prize that you can do. So just be smart with your half off items. It's a great way to stock up and get things so you have them on hand, but at an inexpensive price. So now that everything's in, we know that, you know, everything's done. We will click continue. Oop, and I timed out. This is a safety thing they do just so in case you're at not a public computer, I mean a private computer, and you're at a public computer. This is so people don't get access to your workstation. So this is just a safety purpose thing if you take too long to do any given activity. So I'm just clicking past it, going to, okay, so this is where your payment history is, or where you're going to put in your payments. So as you can see, it automatically says credit card. So this is the way that we pay for everything is through a credit card. If anybody gives you cash or check, you want to deposit that into your checking account, and then you will use your debit card for their payment, okay? So just to, while we're on the subject, let's go ahead and click on this drop-down button. Gift card. If people purchase a gift card, they come in $25 increments. You would click that, and then it would ask you for the gift certificate number, which is going to be in the order number and emailed to the client. So you would just put how much money you want to put as that gift card. Say they only have $5 left, and then the amount applied, which should be, let's say, $5, and then you add to payments. So that's how that would be if you had a gift card to retrieve. Product credit. When you hit your sensational start level 1, 2, or 3, you are going to get product credit for each of those levels. And so this is where the credit will show up that you had. Say you hit level 3, which we're striving for. you'll get $200 in credit. This can be used for business supplies or product. So say you wanted to put $200 towards you would just add to payment, but would it have to say obviously something there? It would deduct $200 from this total. So that's how you would pay with your product credit. And then Pay Portal. Pay Portal is where you get paid, and it has to actually, let's just go there now. It has to actually be in the available funds section, not on the prepaid card. It has to stay here, okay? You do not transfer it anywhere but where they load it to, which is right here. So, but the only thing with product credit is you can only pay one way with product credit. You can't have multiple different ways of credit. So you have to pay the balance of this with, say you had $672.55 on your card, you can pay the whole balance from your card, but you can't split it up at this time, at least. Okay, so let's go back to credit card because that's the most likely that you're going to pay. You'll put the full name on the card, not just the first and last. If there's a middle initial, it won't go through. The credit card, the expiration date, of course, the security code. Now this one, if you read, it says CVV is an anti-fraud security. So most of them are on the 3 digits on the back of the card, but for an American Express, it's the 4 digits on the front of the card, okay? Printed on the front above the credit card number. So that's what you'll put in here. So you'll put either the 4 digits for American Express or the 3 on the back of the card for any other card. The billing zip code, and then you're going to delete these zeros. Put in the amount that credit card is for. Say that this specific credit card payment for this person was $52. It's going to add payment, and it will deduct $52 from this total. Okay? Now, if you had an online party, which many of you do, and all you're doing is paying for your own products, obviously, like this situation here, this is I paid for everything, or this is all my product that I'm buying myself, and for my free and half off items. So the balance is all me. So obviously I will just put my debit card in there and pay for that balance. So it will list you the totals for each person. Now, again, for training purposes, I had I put in my own order of all these diffusers just to get myself up to 500, but generally we will have other people that we're placing orders for. So let's say that let's just add, say your mom is ordering from you and you want to put your mom's name in. So I'm going to put my mom in there. This is her old address. I don't have to worry about that. And if she lives somewhere else, obviously, like this is when she lived in Lake Tahoe. So, oh, this is wrong. This would be, I put in her Las Vegas address. But anyway, say she was getting it shipped somewhere else, then we click direct shipped. If she lives in your town, you would keep it as a no, and you would just go ahead and add that. Now, we're going to go ahead and put in her, let's say she's doing the Instill warmers. She's buying 2, so we can get our price back up to where it's supposed to be. Okay, so now when we go to continue, you'll see her total as well. So what we would do first is we would put in her information, deduct the $253.07, add it, and it would deduct this balance to this, which would leave me the balance of what I owe. And then it should, at the end, once you've put everybody's credit cards in, it should say 0 balance on the red. If it doesn't say 0 balance, then it won't let you process it. Then you will just click process payment and continue, and you will get an order receipt that pops up, which I'll show you what that looks like. it'll show up like this. So that's my order number. Now, when the within a couple days, you will see, I'm going to go ahead and see how you show you what to look for. Once that order's closed, you will look at the status right here. And this one says shipped. So there's a posted, there's a printed status. You go into view, and this one, here's the shipping, the tracking number. And this one tells me that the shipping label was created, but it hasn't generated the actual delivery date yet. So what I'll do is I'll check back probably tomorrow, and it'll probably give me a delivery date by. So that's how you check that. This is also what you want to do when you have a PWS order. If you've had some online orders, you want to definitely check all this, see where it's at. So this person right here, it says shipped. So I'm going to go to their tracking number, and it was delivered on Friday. So what I'll do, since it's a couple days later, I'll call and make sure that everything was delivered and received correctly. As you can see, she ordered a dish. I can call and make sure that that was delivered intact and that she's enjoying the products that she chose online. Because here's the thing, guys, when they order online, they can't smell anything. So we want to make sure that they're actually satisfied. So what I'll do is, and I'll also send her a, I'll send her a thank you card in the mail with a scent circle. This is what I do just to thank them for spending the $8 to online. So that's just a little way to kind of compensate them for the money that they're spending. If you get some free car bars, which are a little bit more expensive, but they last longer, they're $6 value. So you're pretty much compensating for the majority of the shipping that they've spent, and they tend to be more willing to shop online again. So there's definitely different ways to keep your clients happy. And we want to, oh, see, this one says shipped, but I doubt if the other one hasn't shipped yet. Delivery date, I have a tracking number yet. Yeah, it's just a created label. So these will probably all generally show up at the same time, my other orders. All righty then. Okay, so that is the majority of Hostess rewards. Now we're going to talk about the compensation plan. I'm going to go ahead and pull this up. This isn't the back of your catalog. When you first start and you first join, you are a Escential consultant, and you are paid 20% off of everything, all the PRV, which is personal retail volume, before you go up to the next level. So 20% of that. When you get your 500 for your shooting star, you're halfway to being certified, because that is 1,000 PRV sales lifetime. Once you hit that, you'll get to 25%. So we always encourage everybody to try to hit their 1,000 in their first month, because you don't want to be paid 20% when you can be paid 25. And as you can see, it goes all the way up the line to certified, to superstar director, which is the highest level you can achieve in this company. But then, as you see, is once you start to sponsor people, you get to start getting sponsoring bonuses off of their different titles. So for instance, if you are a lead consultant, you've sponsored one person, and that person is active. See, one active frontline member, which is a minimum of 150 that month. All of your wholesale volume together is 1,000. Wholesale volume is 75% of the PRV. So personal retail volume added. So your PRV and your team members added, and then 75%, it has to be at least 1,000 to be promoted to lead. That is your next goal, obviously, is to get your first team member after you've hit your 1,000. Or you can do it before, it doesn't matter. But this is, you do have to get your $1,000 in of wholesale volume, and your active team member to become a lead, as well as as you can see, from a lead all the way up to superstar director, you must place a minimum of $500 a month to be paid off of your downline. That's your minimum. The reason why is because we want to make sure that you're actually actively working and selling in your business in order to be teaching and mentoring and inspiring your team members to do the same thing. So that's just a way to make sure everybody's helping each other and working as a team and not just basically banking on everybody else's hard work. So that person that joined starts as an essential consultant, and all the way to certified, you will get 2% off of their wholesale volume. And then you actually get an additional bonus of 2% off of your own wholesale volume. So whatever wholesale volume you have that month, you will get another 2%. Now, yes, that's not a lot if you're not doing a lot of sales and your team member's not doing a lot of sales. But once that, you start to build a team, those numbers go up and the volumes go up. So it's definitely worth it. I'm not going to go on to further than that because it tends to get confusing. I'd like to stick with just your main goal of getting yourself certified and then your next level to lead. And then we will go from there once you start to climb up the compensation plan. Okay, my next, I'm going to go ahead and stop the Okay, hi again. So I'm just going to go over some things that I want to just talk to you about before our next meeting, whether it's, in the next few days or not. And just want to encourage you to open up your a separate checking account or a savings where you can deposit all of your checks and cash to that's for your business from orders from your customers. So you're not mixing your money with your own personal money. So you don't think you have more money than you do in your regular checking account, spend other people's money, and then you're not able to actually close an order. So that's what we recommend, is just to do a separate checking or savings, and then make sure you get a debit card that's connected to that so you can place the orders with those credit cards or that debit card. The pay portal we went over before, just make sure that you, in the next couple days, you are going to activate your pay portal, and you should be getting your Scentsy card in the mail. I believe I showed this on one of my other videos, but just in case I didn't, I will just reiterate that it looks like this. The one thing I do let everybody know is that it's important to check your mail in the next 30 days from the day that you joined, because you'll be getting it in the next 30 days. And it comes just in a white envelope, and it's not really, doesn't really bling Scentsy. So some people have thrown their own cards away. So make sure that you're kind of checking your mail thoroughly until you get that Scentsy cord, so you're not throwing it away. Okay, and then the next thing that should be on your list to do is to be contacting your at least 10 people to host a party for you. So get out your list of 100 and start making phone calls, emailing people, messaging people, however you connect with your friends and family, starting with that circle of that list of 100, and goal yourself to be booking at least 2 to 3 parties before your next before we talk again. And if for some reason you have struggles doing that, that's when we'll talk about that, of what we could be doing. You could share with me what you said, what you've done, and then maybe I can do some suggestions for you of how maybe we can have more successful outcome of you getting your parties booked. Okay, so hopefully, again, your lunch party is on its way. It's booked and it's ready to go, and well within your 15 days. And so we can go ahead and close it within that 15 days, and you will be hitting your shooting star or above. It's happened before. And we'll be talking about your sensational start, getting to that level on our next video. Have a sensational day.